Let's start off our day with something wonderful or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today Wonderless. This is the show that gives you a daily dose of uplifting, positive, feel good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderless News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. Our first segment is Dog Lost for 36 Hours. Rang the animal shelter doorbell? Is this true? This is not a goof. Okay, so this dog ended up getting lost, getting out. Okay, this is back in January. It's a husky mix named Bailey. The dog was adopted by a family in El Paso, Texas. Well, he went missing, and the owners were freaking out, posting stuff on social media saying, please, if you find our dog, Bailey, please return him to us. Let us know. Well, the dog went missing for, like I said, 36 hours. Couldn't find its way back to its new owner's house. But you know where it ended up going? It went back to the shelter that it had gotten rescued from, right? So the shelter that the Baileys had, that the family from El Paso had found him. So Bailey goes up to the door. I can't believe this is possible. But goes to the door and ends up somehow, when you stand in front of one of those Ring doorbells, like it notifies you. So I don't think he technically rang the doorbell, but he got in front of the camera. The camera alerted the shelter, and there's this dog in front of the door. And sure enough, it was Bailey. So they called the owners. They let them know that they found Bailey. He had ended up walking 10 miles back to the shelter because he couldn't find his way back to his new home. And of course, this clever dog got rescued by the shelter again and ended up getting, returned to the owners that had adopted him. And everyone's happy, including Bailey the dog. I love this. It's just so funny. Be funny to see if Bailey actually rang the doorbell. But, I know how this works. Close enough, Bailey. I'm glad that you were finding your way home. I don't think my dog could do that. My dog would just find another warm bed and a bowl of food, and I wouldn't see him again. He'd be like, I don't know where you guys are. I can't find my way home, but I found some food and a fireplace. I'm done. That's my dog, Buster. All right, next segment. So California man builds solar-powered trike, right, tricycle, with stuff in his garage. All right. So this guy, look, no gas, no problem for one Stockton, California inventor who created a solar powered bicycle or tricycle, I should say, that really is catching on. So Milton Butler's his name. He's an inventor. And he's like, look, I need to do something different. Gas is expensive. And he invents things. So he took all these things from his garage and ended up inventing, constructing this solar powered bike. He's got some batteries on it. He doesn't have to pay the $5 or more per gallon of gas. And, look, he named it Ducky. I don't know. Ducky. And, you can ride it around. He rode around to City Hall and showing off his new device, and he's trying to get a patent on it. And look, right now, Mr. Butler's in the funding and development phase, looking for investors who are committed to creating a better world. He's like, look, I know I can replicate this. I'll get a patent for it. It's a little electric trike and solar powered. So it takes the energy from the sun and puts it into the battery. You use that. So it's cool because I guess you don't plug it in. He just lets it charge up on the solar panel into the batteries from the solar panels and then rides around. And as long as there's sun, he can probably still pedal. It's cool, man. Yeah, we got to figure these things out. Got to figure out a better way to get around. If gas is not available anymore, as long as the sun's out, we got sun. That means we have energy. That means we have electricity, as long as we have a battery to store it in. So great job, Mr. Butler. Good luck with that. And maybe you guys want to check out that story and find a way to invest in his contraption. Maybe you'll become a millionaire from that. Next, our Wonderless moment of the day brought to us by Rise by Shaman Angelina. Amazing handmade coastal jewelry. And you got to check out her site. It's on Etsy. The description is in the link to the show. Really cool stuff. Beautiful. Everything's one of a kind, unique, because she, finds all these amazing pieces of sea glass that are tumbled by the ocean naturally. Incredible stuff. Check it out. But her Wonderless moment of the day is a video of kayaking. I love that. A little kayaking, some music to go with it. Let's check it out. Ah, I love it. I have not kayaked in years. How about you? When was the last time you went kayaking? It's been a while for me, definitely. I think the last time I went kayaking, I was on the beach in Malibu 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Before that, I was in Colorado at a camp that I went to when I was a kid. So yeah, I don't do a lot of kayaking, but I love that. All right, so next, guess what? We have for our Wonderless thought, for our last segment, we have a segment from one of our listeners and watchers. Her name is Nikki. Thank you, Nikki, for this really cool story. And this is this animal asked humans for help. I love this. So this orca saw this yacht off the coast cruising around, and it just started going up and kind of messing with it. And the tourists on the yacht were checking it out, and they ended up it was swimming away. So then it would come back, and it was kind of doing that thing like a dog would do, like it wants you to follow it, right? So the yacht ends up the boat ends up going to follow it a little bit, and comes across all these little baby orca whales, and the orcas are doing the same thing. And so then they follow the orcas. And lo and behold, the little baby orcas bring it to its mommy, who's got its fin caught in a fishing net. So they go and they got it on camera. They cut the net off the tail so she can get free. And so cool. They helped her. And then the mama orca was all happy, and she was making this noise, kind of like a big thank you, is kind of how they read it. And on top of that, then she went and got food, and she brought it back to them. I mean, come on, really? Is this a real story? There is a video. There's a link to it. It's on a YouTube page, and it was really cool. Her little thank you, and then bringing them a gift of food. Incredible. But, I guess it really is true, right? They say that, dolphins and whales are really smart. And one other thing too, I forgot to add to that, was when they were cutting the net off, the orca was not upset, was not, moving around. It was really still and compliant, if you will, just acknowledging that they were trying to help her. And so she let them cut the net off, which again speaks to that intelligence factor of this whale and of whales in general. So great story. Thank you so much, Nikki, for that incredible story that we got to deliver to you here on the show. Look, this brings us to our Wonderless thought, which is going to be just what I was saying. Whales are smart. Whales and dolphins are smart. And yet there's people out there fishing them, killing them for sport, for food, for whatever it is. Can't we just leave it alone? Can't we just let the sea be the sea? We got some fishing to do. We got nets. That's a problem. Fishing nets are a problem. They catch a lot of animals and fish that we're not supposed to catch. We got to figure out a better way to do this. I know there's farming set up, and then some people don't like the farming idea, think it's evil or not safe or not clean. I don't know. I don't have the answer. And that's why this show is just about the news, right? But my thought is, let's try to understand that, yeah, there's stories like this that let you know, yeah, whales and dolphins are that smart. We need to protect them. We need to do what we can to keep their habitat safe and clean so they can live and continue to live the way they need to. So that's my thought, is let's continue to do what we can and be open-minded to new possibilities and new solutions out there that might not be right in front of us now, or might not even be the most cost-effective way to do it. But there's a humanity side to it that I think we need to consider as well. And what value does that have, right? What's the cost of being compassionate and humane? I don't know. For me, I'll do everything I can to continue to be humane and compassionate to the earth, to animals, and to people. So, look, if you have a story like Nikki's that you can share with us, share it with us. Send it over, wonderlessnews@gmail.com. You can subscribe to the Wonderless News channel on YouTube and let us know so we can talk about it here on the show. Add a picture, add a video, add a link, description, your name, whatever you want to do. But look, thanks for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher, and I'll see you tomorrow.